Right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Nifty Ki Baat. I have with me Mr. Jay Thakkar and Mr. Raj Deepak Singh. It is 11:50 a.m. and markets as we speak. It's 25,832 odd levels. जय राज कल रात को भी हमारी बात जब ट्विटर स्पेसेस पे हो रही थी तो फिर आई थिंक 750 odd was what you were expecting कि 750 should hold, and which is what happened. We saw a sharp decline in the market as soon as it opened. Gap down तो ज्यादा नहीं था I suppose, but उसके बाद there was a red there was red in the markets. And since then 750 पे एक upswing मिला है, but then once again 840 odd level से we are seeing वापस जाते हुए मार्केट को. क्या बन रहा है इस समय आउटलुक मार्केट पे?
Sure, Vishu. Thanks, and thanks everyone for watching our YouTube session on the expiry day. And what we have seen is, to connect or Vishu, I would say to basically continue from what we discussed on the Twitter Spaces yesterday evening. That yes, 700, 750. I mean, those were the levels wherein one could have attempted to basically take a contra bet in the markets, because PCR would have gone oversold then is what we expected. And also that has been the range of the last November series VWAP as well. And it has held those levels well in the past. I mean, you can see out here, there was a gap out here. And thereafter, 800 was out here. But then we thought that 750 would act as a very critical support, because that would be the extreme. And that is what happened. Yes, as you rightly said, we got a meaningful bounce, not once, but twice. So let me go on a lower time frame so you'll understand that. So this was the first one. We got in a second chance. We could, as a disclaimer, we would say that we recommended long year as well on the index, and we could take the advantage of this. Now what? So now from here on, if we see, then I would say that as far as the put OI is concerned, we have significant put base as of now that has been formed now, which was missing yesterday. It was completely missing yesterday. It was missing until today morning as well, till it actually came to 750 and bounced back, right? So 800 put has now significant put base. So I think that this should hold out. And thereafter you have 750, you have 700 as well. So these are the levels which should hold, I believe. I mean, this range, I don't think that 700 should be broken now in today's session. So one strategy out and out, which I would say is that, although it would be a riskier one, but then out and out, I would say that one can sell 700 call. At the same time, one can sell 26,000 call as well. So 26,000 call is at somewhere around 3.75, and 25,700 put is at around 5.30. So the net inflow would be 9 points as a credit, which would, I think, eventually go to 0, and 9 points is what you can pocket premium as far as in rupees terms is concerned. It would be around 675 rupees. Secondly, what one can do is that, see, I mean, if you ask me, can it go above 900? Yes, it can. I'm not sure, but it can, right? So there is a possibility always. 900 के ऊपर जा भी सकता है, नहीं भी जा सकता. Now, अगर if I'm selling call and put of 850 issue right now, then from 850 I'm getting around say 80 rupees, so it comes to 930. Now I'm not expecting to go beyond 930. So you can do a short straddle as well, wherein you sell 850 call and put at 50 and 30 rupees. 950, 930 would be your break even. You can place a stop loss of 950. So if it goes to say 105, you can make it 0. So at 80 रुपए का आपने बेचा है कॉल पुट, आप 105 का स्टॉप लॉस लगाया, if it the total goes to 105. So that your stop loss is, so that 35 points risk, otherwise it will become 0, or it will give you some profit of 30 35. On the downside, you are protected until 770. 770 तक, and you please keep a stop loss of 750 ना, उसके नीचे चला जाता है, you exit. So I think that this should be a good short straddle bet. So you can do that short straddle as well. So I've given one short straddle, one short triangle for today. And if someone wants to trade directionally, then I would say that buying 850 call and selling 900 call, that would still be 16 rupees. I don't know whether that would be profitable or not. But I don't want to go directional now. I mean, enough of directional has happened. If I would want to go directional, Vishu, what I would be doing is I would be buying 900 and selling to 950. And that would be the worst case. Buying 900 and selling to 950 would be like 18 rupees you have bought and 16 rupees, 16 to 17 rupees what you have sold. So hardly 1 rupees costing. So maximum loss will be only about 950. Leave that. So I think up 950 to safe you. And if it closes anywhere between 900 to 950, you're in profit. So that is what directionally you can do at no cost. Okay, I don't want to do 850 buy and 900 to sell. That is also what one can do, but I don't want to do that because अगर बड़ा जंप आ गया तो क्या हो जाएगा कि 930 तक भी आ गया ना, आपका लॉस हो जाएगा शायद. So rather you buy 25,900 and sell to 950. That could be a better one. So these are the three strategies straight away.
Right. We have two neutral strategies and a direction strategy as well. Raj, inputs from you? Anything to add?
Uh, Hi, Vishu. Good afternoon. Well, in terms of immediate market direction, what I'm expecting that there might not be any further move in the market. The reason being already since morning we have seen nearly 300 to 400 points move. आपने बोला कि 100 पॉइंट नीचे खुले, उसके बाद हम लोग we have given another 100 points, then recovered almost 100 points from the lows. So अच्छा खासा मूव ऑलरेडी आ चुका है इंट्राडे में. So from here onwards and considering expiry, considering कि भाई market has taken the support at those levels which we have discussed and have been talking about कि 700 से 800 की जो जोन है that is very crucial zone. So considering today's settlement, I think day is almost done. If you look at the option premium as well as your option basis, so your 25,800 put now holding around 3.3, not too high, not too low, something where we are comfortable looking into कि भाई अगर 5 करोड़ के आसपास होता तो I would say कि भाई बहुत जल्दी और बहुत ज्यादा आ गया है. So that is not the case also. So slowly and gradually what we are witnessing कि आपके जो है build up आ रहा है positions में. So for me, I think event is done. मतलब expiry is more or less done. Best case scenario, like Jay said, I think market may somewhere around try to close around 900, 920. That should be the best case scenario. I don't expect Nifty to move beyond that. I don't expect Nifty to close in green. और जो ब्रॉडर मार्केट है तो कल के बाद आज सुबह भी स्मॉल कैप इफ यू लुक एट दे वर डाउन बाय ऑलमोस्ट 2% in the morning itself. And वहां से उन्होंने जो रिकवरी ली है that is a good sign. But again, in a single day, you shouldn't make a opinion कि हाँ भाई मार्केट में बॉटम हो गया है या कुछ हो गया, क्योंकि we haven't seen anything in Nifty. Nifty is still around 26,000 mark, minus 150 points only. That is not even 1 percentage point. But your broader market and your portfolio, that is deeply down. Small cap index is down YTD basis almost 10%, while Nifty is up 10%. So divergence is huge. So I would wait when it comes to the broader market. What is happening right now, all those stocks which have been heavily sold, whether they are from the realty space or a couple of PSU banks, we are witnessing some sort of short company, you might say, or recovery from the oversold regions. That's it. Apart from that, forming a fresh or very positive bias at CMP at current juncture, I don't think that will make sense. But what I'm expecting, Nifty will likely to consolidate above these levels, 700 to 800. Move below this, that is a sign of caution, a bigger caution, I would say.
Right. You mentioned certain sectors are matlab bouncing off from the lower levels. I think one of the draggers today is already IT, that is more than 1% down once again. इसके अलावा, can we talk about other sectors which are dragging the market or making it come back again?
See, last week also, Vishu, if you look at, while Nifty was flat on a weekly basis, just marginally green, it was the IT पैक which was up. तो जब हम लोग बात कर रहे थे ना कि ब्रॉडर मार्केट में बड़ी निगेटिविटी है, तो it was more of a IT stocks which have performed significantly well last week. 3.5% was up your IT index last week. And your Fed meeting is coming. So there is some nervousness ahead of your Fed outcome. आप वहां पर देख रहे हैं कि आपकी yield भी हल्के से ऊपर आ रहे हैं. तो जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है रेट कट की वो शायद थोड़ी सी कम हो रही है. And that might be the reason why we are not witnessing further move or continued up move in the IT names. There is some more, there is some sort of profit booking which we are experiencing. But एक IT के अलावा में दूसरा जो सेक्टर देखना चाहिए, what I believe is the metal name. कि आपका डॉलर के मूव से मेटल के मूव बहुत ज्यादा correlated है, and metal anyhow has been relatively outperformer. So I would use current dips in the market. If at all I have to buy something, then it will be metal and capital goods name.
राइट, सो हम लोग के पास कल रात ट्विटर पे भी एक क्वेश्चन आया था विच वी कुडंट टेक बिकॉज ऑफ टाइम लिमिटेशंस, बट द क्वेश्चन वाज, डज इट मेक सेंस टू डू अ लॉन्ग स्ट्रैंगल व्हेन द आईवीज आर हाई? बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स आईवीज हाई हैं तो प्रीमियम ज्यादा है, तो रिस्क ज्यादा है। दोनों ही फैक्टर, ज्यादा प्रीमियम है तो डिके का डर है, बट सेलर्स भी उस समय नहीं एक्टिव होंगे, बट एट द सेम टाइम आपका प्रॉफिट भी होने के चांस कम है। तो क्या करना चाहिए? व्हाट शुड बी द आइडियल स्ट्रेटजी?
Vishu, in terms of ideal strategy, okay, obviously there isn't anything which is perfectly ideal in the market, but हमेशा हम लोग क्या करते हैं, मतलब किसी भी चीज में यू वेट फॉर द प्राइसेस टू कम डाउन सो दैट यू कैन लुक इनटू फॉर बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी। तो अपॉर्चुनिटी तो तभी होती है जब आपकी वोलेटिलिटी कम, एक बार वोलेटिलिटी ऊपर पहुंच गई और उसके बाद आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि आप उसमें पैसा बनाएंगे, तो व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन? मतलब इट हैज टू बी प्लेड फॉर द इवेंट, और जिसमें इवेंट से पहले ही लोगों ने अपनी पोजिशनिंग बनाई रहती है, बट उसके बाद भी शायद इवेंट में इतना बड़ा कोई आउटकम आ सकता है। जैसे अपना 24 का इलेक्शन, आईवी बढ़ी थी, बट डिस्पाइट दैट वी हैव सीन ऑलमोस्ट सर्किट सॉर्ट ऑफ सिचुएशन इन निफ्टी, राइट? सो इन दैट सिनारियो यू मे थिंक ऑफ कि हाँ भाई चलो हम लोग उस आईवी में भी खेल सकते हैं, बट दैट इज मोर लाइक हीरो और जीरो, लाइक यू सेड कि हाँ भाई अब उसमें क्या होगा। इन नॉर्मल कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन आईवी अगर ऊपर जा रही है तो उसके पीछे रीजन होना चाहिए, इधर इवेंट का रीजन और कवरिंग का रीजन या मार्केट मूव का रीजन। जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा था पिछली बार जब मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा था तो बिकॉज ऑफ शॉर्ट कवरिंग इटसेल्फ और आईवी पर मूविंग आया। फ्राइडे को आईवी जो है आपकी 2 वीक लो पर बंद हुई, 2 मंथ्स लो पर, 10.2 वाज द लेवल। तो जब आप इस तरीके के लो लेवल पे हैं देन इट मेक मोर सेंस टू गो लॉन्ग इन आईडीज कि हाँ भाई अब यहां से ठीक है, मतलब यू आर प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट द थ्री टाइम एवरीथिंग, बट योर ओनली कॉल इज ऑन इंक्रीज इन वोलेटिलिटी, दैट्स इट। आई एम नॉट लुकिंग फॉर द डायरेक्शनल मूव और कि वो ऊपर जाएगा या नीचे जाएगा, आई एम प्लेइंग फॉर द वोलाटाइल मूव। दैट वोलाटाइल मूव जब आपका 10.2 था तो आपका एटीएम स्टेटस वाज अवेलेबल एट 110 और 120 3 days बिफोर सेटलमेंट, जबकि कल शाम को भी वही चीज हमारा एटीएम स्टैंडर्ड वाज अवेलेबल एट 110 120। तो जब आपके ऑप्शन प्राइसेस बहुत ज्यादा दब जाते हैं तो इट्स मोर लाइक अ साइन वेव कि आपका, आपको ये देखना है कि आप बहुत ज्यादा चढ़कर, जैसे हम लोग कहते हैं चढ़ के नहीं खरीदना चाहिए। तो आईवीएस के साथ तो डिफरेंट चीज है कि आपके जब आईवीएस बहुत ज्यादा दबे होना, दैट शुड बी द टाइम व्हेन यू गो लॉन्ग इन आईवीएस। अदरवाइज because of the theta decay, going long at elevated IV doesn't make sense. Again, I'm just giving you idealistic scenario. उसके बाद तो कुछ भी हो सकता है.
राइट, एंड इसका फ्लिप साइड अगर सेलर साइड से सोचें तो क्या, शुड, इफ इट इज नॉट गुड फॉर बायर्स, शुड सेलर्स आल्सो ट्राई टू टेक अ पोजीशन देन एट दैट प्लेस व्हेन द आईवीज
Yes,
आर?
yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. When IVs are higher, देखो क्या होता है कि अ, आप जब आप डायरेक्शनल वो ट्रेड करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेट सपोज यू आर जस्ट राइटिंग पुट or you are just writing call, so you are not just playing on the volatility but you are also playing on direction, right? When you are sorting both call and put, you are only playing in for volatility. तो जब शॉर्ट स्ट्रेडल या स्ट्रेंगल हम लोग करते हैं तो उसमें हमें इससे मतलब नहीं होता कि मार्केट किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगा। हमारा क्या है कि ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इन नेक्स्ट 3 hours और 1 day और 2 day योर ऑप्शन टू यू शुड कम डाउन if there is no big delta move. So if you are getting elevated IVs, then as an option seller you should use it. मतलब जैसे आज शाम को गिरा, मान के चलिए मैं अभी के एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि ठीक है आपको अभी गिरा था जब आप 25,700 के आसपास थे, 730 के आसपास। पर्सनली वी हैव अटेम्प्टेड लॉन्ग इन आईसीआईसीआई डायरेक्ट, वी हैड गिवन देयर कि हाँ भाई चलेंगे, स्टॉप लॉस हुआ, बट स्टिल बिकॉज दोज वर अवर लेवल्स कि वहां पर जो है हमें बाय अटेम्प्ट करना था, तो एक बार स्टॉप लॉस हुआ, दोबारा दिया, दोबारा वो ऊपर चला। बट उस चीज को एज ए ऑप्शन सेलर कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं? पैनिक है, मार्केट 250 पॉइंट गिरने के बाद एक और 200 पॉइंट डाउन है, अगले हफ्ते का 25-200 का पुट या आज का 25-500 का पुट अचानक से 10-10 रुपए का मिलने लगा है, 8-8 रुपए का मिलने लगा है। When was the last time Nifty was down by 2.5%? So that is something where yes, opportunity comes into your back कि आप आया और you need to grab your these opportunities and play. बाकी डायरेक्शन से मतलब नहीं है अपने को भी.
Right.
वोलाटिलिटी मिल रही, वोलाटिलिटी वजह से ऑप्शन के प्रीमियम ज्यादा है, लेट्स बाय, लेट्स सेल देम.
Acha, while we are talking about IVs, India VIX has barely moved today. मतलब we have seen 200 points का drop, मतलब gap down of 100 points, another 100 points, and coming back up. But India VIX is literally 0.00 move किया है as right now as we speak. तो while we are at near the top और overall भी देखें तो it's 11.12 पे ही अभी है. तो any thoughts on India VIX?
विशु जब मार्केट गिरा था ना, तब इंडिया विक्स हैज मूव टुवर्ड्स 11.9. With the recovery, it has come down around 11.1, 11.2, which you are saying. But in last 2 days, if you consider from the lows, so from 10.2, it has already moved up towards 12. Or again, current levels of volatility is relatively on a lower side. आप जिस तरीके से मार्केट में मूव है, जो मार्केट में मूव चल रहा है, और उसके अलावा आप ब्रॉडर मार्केट में जिस तरीके की वीकनेस है, वो देखते हुए आपकी वोलाटिलिटी बहुत कम है. रीजन कुड बी कि आपके जो टॉप 5 और 7 स्टॉक्स हैं, दे आर नॉट behaving like what is happening in the rest of the market. They are almost flat, whether it's a private sector heavyweight or the Reliance or couple of other names. They are nearly flat. They haven't witnessed that sort of selling pressure. But your broader market is quite weak, and there should be some reflection of broader market in IVs, which is still not there. तो मैं मानूंगा कि IVs are still low.
राइट. एंड ओवरऑल देखा जाए तो हम लोग 88 से बहुत दूर तो अभी भी नहीं आए. वाइल दीज मूव्स डू सीम बिग इंट्राडे इन डेरिवेटिव्स, but we are barely 300 points away from our 300-400 points away from our ATH, although वो काफी टाइम बाद आया था. इनफैक्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट हमारा ATH, दिस मूव जो शार्प सेल ऑफ हम लोगों ने, इट डिड क्रॉस ATH बट इट डिडंट गो वेरी फार. हाउ डू यू टेक इट थोड़ा ब्रॉडर टाइम फ्रेम में? मतलब इज इट द साइन ऑफ अ बेयर मार्केट कमिंग अलोंग, या हाउ डू यू टेक दिस?
विशु, ऐसे नहीं देखना चाहिए. मतलब yesterday I was reading an interview. The author has said that you have underperformed this year. How do you derive an underperformance? Nifty is anyway up by 8 to 10%, right? So how come it is an underperformance? हमें ऐसा लग रहा है ना कि बाहर के जो कंट्रीज हैं वहां बहुत बड़े मूव आए हैं. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वी बिलीव दैट निफ्टी हैजंट परफॉर्म. So Nifty has performed by almost 10% in a calendar year, which is, I think, a good achievement. आप ऑल टाइम हाई के पास खड़े हो, वो ठीक है, वो दैट इज जस्ट अ लेवल. व्हेन इट कम्स टू परफॉर्मेंस, वी आर बाय nearly 10% this calendar year. Rest of the markets, yes, they perform much better than us, but there are multiple things and factors like trade deal, rupee, number of things are there. So what we believe that our focus should be the broader market, which has really underperformed. And your small cap is down by 10% Y on Y basis, yearly basis, but nearly. So that's where I think opportunities should be looked at. Nifty per se, I don't think there is much positivity or negativity right now. Whenever there is a short covering move, we might see Nifty moving up by 1,000 to 1,500 points in a month. But it has to be the rest of the market which should perform much better than the where opportunity should arise. And the small cap segment is the place where I would be looking out to buy and pick those stocks जहाँ पे हाँ एक अच्छा सा डेल्टा मूव या आपके बड़े रिटर्न बन सकते हैं. तो that would be the mid and small cap space, not exactly the large cap names.
राइट. while we're talking about निफ्टी, बैंक निफ्टी पे भी एक हम लोग लुक लें. रिसेंट जो अप मूव आया था, इट वाज बीइंग लेड बाय बैंक निफ्टी. अभी नाउ दैट वी हैव समवॉट करेक्टेड, बैंक निफ्टी पे क्या व्यू है हमारा?
We are expecting consolidation to continue in bank nifty, not expecting any major up move, not expecting there should be a sharp downtick. See what has happened if you look at the top 3 names. Okay, HDFC Bank, the other private sector heavyweight. So they haven't done anything. They are just nearing they are just, I would say, hovering at the same level for last 2.5 months. And obviously, when FIs are selling, they have the more exposure in those names. And with the continued rate cut, there is more consolidation left in the bank Nifty. It has taken the lead. Now it's time for the second tier names to perform. क्योंकि आपका निफ्टी आज से अगर 500 पॉइंट मान के चलिए चल भी जाता है ना, 26,300 दोबारा मार देता है, और आपको बाकी मार्केट नहीं चलता, तो वी विल नॉट बी एज हैप्पी एज वी शुड बी. बट इसलिए मुझे क्या लग रहा है कि बैंक निफ्टी इज गोइंग टू बी इन ए कंसोलिडेशन मोड. आई थिंक फॉर नेक्स्ट कपल ऑफ मंथ्स ऑल्सो. After February or March, we might see some bigger move coming to Bank Nifty. Till then, it's more like a lethargic move. Second tier banks, वहां पर हमें move मिलेगा. But large cap, they are largely, we expect that they may remain sideways.
Right. Great. Then I think it's time to move towards our closing remarks. Any parting advice from your side?
I would say the same thing which I said yesterday. It's not the time to do bottom fishing. Wait for some time. Wait for a market breadth to improve. And as we discussed, that there are ample opportunities in the market where stocks have been corrected like huge 40-50%. But जो stock 50% गिर जाता है, वो उसके बाद भी वहां से 50% और गिर सकता है. इस चीज को याद रखें. जो साउंड फंडामेंटल कंपनीज हो, जहां पर आपको प्रमोटर पर भरोसा हो, ओनली इन्वेस्ट और ओनली टू position in those names just for the sake of buying. Don't get into the trap of any ABC sort of stocks.
All right, so that was it for this time. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Raj and Jay, for your insights. We'll be back next week on Twitter Spaces and YouTube. Hope to see all of you there. I hope you have a great expiry. Bye-bye.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.